going on YouTube? Another day, another great day to live the dream. It's currently Friday. I know recently a lot of people have asked me, they want to see more days of life of Taco Stack. So here's another vlog for you guys. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Right here I'm in my shipping room. It's an absolute mess, as you can see. I got all my hats there. Those are for Etsy. Those are for eBay. As you see, I have a lot of golf balls. Those are like golf balls that I use for golf, and these are just like golf balls I hit into the woods. But always in the mood to buy more golf balls. Place is a mess. Maybe today I'll clean some of it up. But I just went to a yard sale that I was going to vlog at. I forgot the camera, and fortunately I didn't even vlog anything from there. Big moving sale. About 2 miles down the road. Brought my van. Never bring my van to yard sales because I really don't expect anything from yard sales. Huge moving sale advertised in a newspaper, Craigslist, a couple yard sale sites. They had signs outside their building for probably, let's say, a week and a half. Nothing. 3 tables of stuff. Everything that was valuable, not for sale. Farmers' plows, tractors, huge galvanized buckets, huge barrel, couple old farmer seats, tractor seats, and a bunch of like wooden, like primitive kind of looking boxes, but they weren't like legit boxes. All of that was just not for sale. Huge signs on it, not for sale, not for sale, not for sale. 3 rows of just like, I don't know, like typical brickbat stuff that you see at a yard sale. So it's kind of disappointed about that. Kind of was looking forward to that for a while now, because it is an old farm, and I thought a lot of farming stuff would be there. A lot of primitives, lots of galvanized stuff. Nothing. So regardless, we're going out there. I got a bunch of orders overnight. I think I had 5. As right here is actually an order for a DVD set that I sold for, I think it was 75 or 80 bucks. I had the DVD set. I bought it at an auction because I know sometimes DVD sets get crazy money. And I bought it at an auction. I looked it up and saw it. At the time it was selling for like $150, $200, but only one sold in the last 6 months. So I ended up getting 75 bucks for that. Great deal. If you guys watch Craigslist Hunter, I'll put his right here, his handle right here. He just recently sold a DVD set on his eBay site for like 280 bucks or 290 bucks, and it's something like the person wanted to cancel it, but they relisted it, and it should sell though because he already sold it one time. So if you're a reseller, you might want to go over and check out his channel. If you go out there and check out his channel, tell him Taco Stack sent you. Leave a comment in one of his videos. Blow up his spot. He's a great YouTuber. And yeah, let's just get about the day. Got to run the packages to the post office. Maybe cut some grass. Maybe do a little bit of what it's like to type up eBay stuff. A lot of things. Type up Etsy stuff. A lot of people have questions about Etsy. Let's get into it. Here we are. I'm here like every day. Giant food store. I'm getting chocolate milk, and the reason I'm getting chocolate milk is because I use that for protein shakes, and I need to get back on my protein plan. So just picking up chocolate milk, coming all the way to the grocery store for chocolate milk, but you know how it is. Usually pick up other things. See what I'm talking about? Always picking up stuff you don't need. I already have ice cream, but I'm getting more ice cream. I don't know why. It's going to be like a chocolate overload today. Yeah. Quick and easy. Got a lot of chocolate. I don't know why. Big fan of chocolate, but I just put this new grill on yesterday on the Jeep. I don't know how people feel about it. I think it looks nice. It's got the little blacked out Jeep emblem on the top. If you're a Jeep fan, let me know if you're, a big fan of that new grill. I know a lot of people get. It's called an angry grill. I know a lot of people get the angry grill. I thought this was a little bit more aggressive, and I wanted to get the gloss black. I wanted to match the body frame. So hopefully I think it looks nice. I don't know if a lot of other people think it looks nice. I know a lot of people get really upset if you alter the Jeep's the front end, if you get rid of the seven grates. So it is what it is, but I think it looks cool. So, let me know what you guys think of this. I mean, you can't dump that stuff off there. It says no tires, furniture, food. Do not leave anything outside the container. Dumping is a fine, punishable by law. You got like 3 TVs and a bunch of random stuff over there. Now, I don't know what the law is in Pennsylvania, and I don't know what the law is nationally, but if somebody dumps something outside that container, essentially it is a pound. It essentially is a penalty. Essentially, is a penalty. So if I went over there and picked it up, and I was removing a dumping ground item, something that someone dumped there illegally, would I be in trouble for that? So let's say somebody dumps a bunch of picture frames, and I want a picture frame, and I took it, even though it's not in the, even though it's just pretty much littered there. Is it essentially stealing, or is it okay to do that? So let me know what you guys think, if you guys know of the law, because I've always wondered that. I know it's kind of like a gray area. Here we got Taco Express. Looking a little deserted right now, but I might do a review there one day. It's not in the works yet, but I think if I did some taco reviews, I know a lot of people have asked me, hey, can you do a taco review? Hey, when are you going to do some taco reviews? Your name is Taco Stack. So I got some things planned up, or drawn up. I want to do a Chipotle, I want to do Moe's, I want to do Taco Bell, obviously, but I think it'd be cool to do all these like smaller taco places. This place is probably terrible, but don't judge a book by its cover. And yeah, I'll probably do a review. I don't know what kind of taco to get, what kind of taco people like. I don't know what kind of tacos really to get. Parking in between a Camaro and another Jeep. Jeep things. I do like that Camaro though. It's a nice color. I always thought Chevys make nice cars. I think everyone makes nice cars. I mean, except for like a Prius, but I don't know what that little emblem is below the Camaro. I don't know what that means. Some neat packages here. So here's that DVD. Here is a t-shirt. No, this is a sports jersey. I sold that on eBay for 20. I got, I think, 75 or 80 for this DVD. Here's one hat I sold for 12 bucks. I actually picked up a hat at the auction where I bought a bunch of hats for like $2 that were on a table in that big auction vlog where I got the, the wagon wheel and whatnot. So I sold probably 3 or 4 hats so far out of those boxes. Got 12 bucks for one hat. Another hat here I sold for $20 on Etsy. It is a hat that I've had for probably the last 2 years or so. It's a Ford truck hat from 1982. This right here is some glass blowing material. So I think I got 25 for that. So it's a decent payout. Obviously, you want to make more, but can't win them all. So here's kind of where I do all my, photographs and whatnot for clothes. I know a lot of people wonder, how do I take my photos? I have a dress form right here. This is about a large size body. So a large, an XL, even a 2XL fits on pretty good. A medium or a small, I have to use a hanger. So for some of these, I can't actually put them on the dress form, which is kind of unfortunate because, the dress form kind of looks like a real person. So you can kind of see how it looks as opposed to something on a hanger. You don't really know how it fits on a certain body type. So that's kind of my trick with clothes. As you can see, here's a huge pile. Kind of goes to the floor. Yay high, probably I'd say 4 feet. Maybe 4 feet 5 inches tall. Just all sorts of assortments of clothes. All this stuff is football, hockey, college football, basketball. There's even a winter sweater in there. This is all stuff that I have to photograph and type up in about 2 months because I'm not going to be able to sell a sweatshirt in the beginning of August like I'd be able to sell a sweatshirt in the middle of October. Same thing with football, basketball, hockey. It's currently baseball season. Football season hasn't started. Preseason kind of just got around to starting. Hockey, not so much. Basketball, not so much. So give it a couple months. I'll list this stuff up. No one's really in the mood to buy football, basketball, hockey right now. It's a lot of, right now, actually for myself, it's a lot of college wear. The last week or so, I sell maybe one article of clothing every 2 hours. So I'm trying to get up a lot of this college stuff. Navy sweatshirt. You got Virginia Tech. You have a baseball t-shirt, Braves. This is a Greg Maddux t-shirt. University of Pittsburgh. So I'm trying to get up a lot of college stuff, a lot of baseball stuff, because this is the last hoorah for baseball as well. So this is kind of my whole eBay, Etsy photograph setup. I kind of take off the tag. I try not to rip it in a way because you don't want to rip the tag of the actual sweatshirt. So got the tag off. I dispose of it. Just simply hang up a sweatshirt. Try to keep it flat. Sometimes if it has a stain on the belly, I take a photo of that. I try to get a photo of the tag. And that's it. Then you just type it up, and you're good to go. Just throw the clothes over there that I've done, and I just keep going through the pile. I know for a lot of people, they always ask, well, is it worth your time? Is it worth this? I pretty much got it down. I have a template for things. I know how to hang stuff up. It's like anything. Once your experience will fit, once you've gained a routine, everything becomes much simpler. I can probably do this whole pile uninterrupted in about 25 minutes, 20-25 minutes. Hung up, photographed, put back there, I'd say about 25 minutes. So, there's probably, 25, 30 shirts here. In the end, it is well worth it for myself, and, I definitely enjoy doing it. So, just mowed the yard. Didn't decide to vlog that because I figured a lot of people didn't want to see me cut grass. But it was really weird because I went out, cut grass, I did like the end by the road, and I noticed my neighbor threw away like 4 bags of garbage, and then I thought it was a suitcase, but it wasn't a suitcase. And what was really unfortunate is that it poured last night. And I mean, like, poured. So this is what I thought was the luggage, and then I open it up, and this says got some numbers there, got some pitting right here. I think it said something else, director. So it says director. I guess this is one mouthpiece. Is there anything in there? No, nothing in there. Piece down there. It's vintage. There might be a date on one of these things. So we got like 1965. 1965 is when it's from. What's it worth? I don't know. It's from the 60s. Has to be before the 60s if the guy did all the stuff in the 60s. So, I mean, you got some rust on the case. I don't know. Maybe you guys know a lot about trumpets. I'm not very familiar with this. It says director. The case says Conn, C-O-N-N, from the 60s, maybe the 50s. I don't know. Haven't eBayed it, haven't checked it, but people throw away the weirdest things, and garbage day isn't for like 4 or 5 more days, so I don't know, but it stinks. I can tell you right now, this thing's definitely moldy. Something's got to get thrown out here. But here's the stuff that I picked up at the auction this week. This is the auction that I go to pretty much every week, but I don't really photograph or video it because they don't like live footage there. They don't like cameras and whatnot. So we got some picture frames. What kind of goodies we got here? I actually have never been through this stuff. Like, I bought this row or something. I guess books and more stuff in there. I don't know. Some more junk. These, I think, came off of the propane thing. These are brass or copper. Who knows? This nice vase or pot, pitcher. I don't think it's it's got crack there. A little bit of crack on the bottom, made by Dakota. It's got a nice flower scene. It's pretty sturdy. Got some bunch of other stuff. A lot of glassware. This stuff doesn't really sell much. Nice box of tools. Got a brake spring compressor. Multi-tester, needle nose pliers, breaker bar, I guess it'd be called. This is for rivets. Rivet. This is kind of neat. It's an old advertisement thing. Got Barbie, bunch of old pictures. Military picture. Some random things. This nice, I don't know, it's not even complete. Bunch of random things. Some Mustang parts. Nice Mustang emblem. Probably from, I'd say, like the 60s or 70s. Bunch of random things. Lots of random things. It's got a bunch of records. Some old bells. A saw. I think there's a Ford Mustang headlight in there. So, a bunch of random things. Nice assortment of flea market items. I'll have to check out this, see what that's worth. Gotta run the serial number, see a little bit more. Otherwise, I'll take it to a flea market. I know somebody will give me, you know, 20, 30 bucks, but if it's a $200 item, I don't want to sell it for 20 bucks. I know recently I've got a lot of questions for a lot of different things, so let's do a little Q&A. Let's get into it. So what's going on? Here we are, Q&A time. I know there's a lot of questions out there. I get tons of questions a day. I try to answer a bunch of them, but you know, some of them are kind of repetitive. Some I answer in other videos, and you know, as the channel continues to grow, it's becoming harder and harder to keep up with all the comments. So in that regards, we'll answer a couple questions. I know a lot of people ask similar questions, so I'll try to get to those because a lot of people seem to be interested in those things. So first off, Patriot Picker, he asks, "Hey Taco, great videos. What county, PA, you in? What county, Pennsylvania am I in? I'm in Lehigh Valley, the Lehigh Valley area, so I believe that's like Northampton County. If you're in the Lehigh Valley, that's where I'm at. I'm in Lehigh Valley. So I do also travel to Monroe County, and I travel to Montgomery County and other counties surrounding this area, but I reside in Lehigh Valley, so that's where I live." Rosa Rojas asked, "Did you get the fabric samples?" Unfortunately, I went back immediately after I did the scrap run, and I was probably 7 or 8 houses away from the garbage people. They have already passed that area, and they're doing like some crazy routine, which they usually don't do. Usually the recycling people come in the morning, the garbage people come in the afternoon. They were literally behind each other, like 1 and 1. So I did not get them. I was going to pick them up, and what was really unfortunate was it wasn't even necessarily that I wanted to sell them. I have a person who needed little bits of rug to use for his shed that he was going to use for hunting coyotes, for trying to get rid of coyotes in the area. So he's hunting so he's trying to get rid of coyotes in the area. He wanted to put a rug in there, or pieces of rug on a windowsill, to eliminate the sound of like moving around in that building that he's going to try to use for, you know, a coyote stand. So unfortunately, I did not get the fabric samples. I did go online and looked at eBay. There's a bunch listed, but only 3 have sold, or 3 or 4 have sold in the last 4 or 5 months. So, and I think they only sold for like $18 or $20 free shipping. They kind of weighed a lot. Probably had to go priority mail. Probably shipping would cost anywhere between $6 and $10 per package. So, in the end, you might be only making $5 or $6 per bundle. And there were a lot of bundles there, but I mean, it's not the end of the day, especially if they don't move as quick as I thought they would. But unfortunately, didn't get them. E. Lee asked, "How do I strip my copper wire?" I no longer strip copper wire. I know there's other YouTubers who have showed that the cutting toaster or microwave or even refrigerator, the wire or the cords from the machines, if you strip it, you actually end up losing money, or you end up making like another 5 cents more per hour used. So in that regards, I don't strip any more wire. I used to strip number 1 gauge wire, number 1 copper wire or insulated copper, but then I realized that, you know, you get rid of 40 or 50% of weight and you make twice as much money, but in the end, you know, the only difference is like 10%, so it wasn't really even worth it to do that. So I stopped even stripping that. and I don't really come across it that often. So, I mean, that's kind of the problem with that. I know a lot of people have asked this question recently, so I want to try to address it because I feel like it's a question that's constantly being asked. B-Man123, I just decided to choose his or hers question. And they said, do you make a full-time living doing what you're doing? If so, not to get too personal, is it a decent living financially? What I do full-time is I'm a buyer, I'm a reseller. I am a reseller. I resell stuff full-time, whether it be flea market, auctions, or flea market, eBay, Etsy, Amazon. I resell. That's what I do. I don't scrap full-time. I don't garbage pick full-time. I don't even make YouTube videos full-time. I think down the line, you will be able to probably see better content or more content once I am compensated accordingly for my videos, and meaning that I can probably afford to buy another camera or another external part that makes the sound better, or maybe be able to afford to go garbage picking in other towns and not worry about spending $10, $15 in gas, and in the end, that video will make up for the gas, and even if I don't get anything great, or even if I do find something great. But right now, it's just not worth it for my time to drive 20, 30 minutes out of the way to try to make a video where, in the end, I'm not compensated enough through the video, and it's kind of a risk that I put into play for, what I'm doing with my vehicle and what, the depreciation on my vehicle, the gas, the this, the that. I think down the line, as the channel continues to grow, it's much more feasible. We'll see even more garbage picking videos and more content and more flea market videos because I'll be able to afford to have that luxury of being able to travel and go places without having to worry about, meeting, having ends meet. And I think that'd be great for everyone. I think everyone likes to see great, solid content. And lastly, kind of like a humor question, Felicia Johnson asks, how bad are the bed bugs at your place with all the stuff you're picking up? Question mark, nasty. Great question. And this is one thing that I suggest for everyone who does auctions, flea markets, and whatnot. Do not bring your inventory that you purchase inside your house. Especially when I go garbage picking. That stuff never ends up in my house. It might end up in my van. It might end up in my garage. It might end in my barn. I try to keep stuff outside. I don't try to pick up items that are soft. And because of that exact reason, bed bugs, roaches, stuff like that live in a lot of soft items. Don't bring that stuff inside. I know of auction stuff, I don't know what this stuff has been like, where it's been. I put it in my van, I bring it to the flea market, and that's that. I don't bring it inside my house. Maybe one or two items I'll take out of a box. I don't bring the box into my house. But I'll take out one or two items, bring it inside, look at it, examine what it's like on eBay, and gauge a price. But I do not bring boxes of inventory inside for that exact reason. And I suggest anyone else who's in the business of reselling, and especially people who go to auctions or does garbage picking and scrapping, to not bring stuff inside because you don't know what you're bringing indoors. And number one reason why I cut cords off vacuum cleaners, that's exactly it. I bring a vacuum cleaner inside to test it. I try it on my yard, I try it on my rug, I try it on this. Who knows? I might shoot out bugs. Maybe overnight a bug will crawl out. Don't want it in my house. I'll cut the cord. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's fun to do these vlogs. It's nice, it's laid back, it's chill. I try to bring out a lot of content videos for you guys, but sometimes it's a slower week, so sometimes I'll bring a vlog out. I know a lot of people have started to ask more about my personal life and want to see more about what I do on a day-to-day basis, so I feel like I'm trying to share that with you guys as well. If you guys are stopping in for the first time and you like reselling, scrapping, garbage picking, definitely check out my other videos. Hit the subscribe button. And as always, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.